Well, look at me with the dark clothes on. Well, I've already eaten my breakfast, and I'm already back from my water aerobics. I felt every bit of it. It's been, Broody and I figured out it's been 5 weeks since we went to water aerobics, and we worked. We really worked, but you know, I feel good. I really do. And so I read an article. You know me and my reading. I'm really into this. Like I said, I'm shooting for 75 pounds. I'm going to wait for the 100-pound goal, but I'm shooting for the 75 pounds, which is 17 pounds away. I said 16 pounds earlier, but I was, I'm only at 59, not only, but I've lost 59 pounds. So I need to lose 16 pounds. Yeah, 16 pounds to get to, well, I guess I was right. Oh, well. 16 pounds to get to the 75-pound loss, and I'm going to get that little charm. I'm kind of bummed they haven't given us our charms like everybody else has got. They're still handing out the little 5-pound stars, and they haven't mentioned anything about giving us the keychain. So I don't know. Maybe we'll get it. But anyway, I read this article, "The 5 Best Tips to Lose Weight If You're Over 200 Pounds" by Vicki Wade, and this could apply to anybody, even if you're under 200 pounds. Anybody that wants to lose weight. But what she said, which everybody knows, everybody's heard, the best way to lose weight is to be consistent and make changes, small changes over time. Don't go gung-ho into this, because if you go like all full force and, you know, like 100%, and I know that's not the way to talk, but, you know, between me and you, don't tell anybody. But nobody stays on it 100% that I've ever met. I'll just say it that way. I'm not saying that nobody ever has, but anybody I've ever met in my life has been gung-ho like 100% for maybe 2 weeks. 3 at the most, maybe a month. But after that, no. So you have to be realistic. It didn't come on overnight, and everybody hates hearing that, but you didn't put it on overnight. It's not going to go away overnight. And if somebody was to, honestly, I probably would have, I would, you know, be honest with you, because I am honest with you all the time. If somebody was to come in and tell me that they could put me at my perfect weight, and I would be there for forever, as long as I followed my plan, I don't think I would accept. I know I would want to. Everybody would want to. You know, who am I kidding? I would. But, you know, the bad part about it is I wouldn't learn anything, because I would go back thinking, well, you know what? I'm at my ideal weight. I can eat any way I want. I need to figure out ways along the way. Like you saw earlier, I looked at that packaging wrong. I'm glad I re-looked at it, because I would have ate the whole bag thinking it was just a 7-point bag, and then I would wonder, how come I lost weight? When really it's a 35-point bag, not a 7-point bag. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you got to watch part 1 of the video, because I did a little bit of a small grocery haul, and I thought I was doing really well. I really did. Till I got home and was showing you guys, and I read the label, and I thought, no, you didn't. You chose wrong. You chose poorly. But you know what? Now that I know, I'll make adjustments. I've put them in the drawer, a drawer I don't use. I've kind of hid them. In the back of my mind, I'm going to know they're there, but if they're not visual, I won't remember. You know, from here to there, I forget sometimes. But many people, which brings us to the next point, many people fail because they're always looking for that quick way to lose weight, and they're not correcting themselves mentally. And like I said, some people have to have their, you know, the bands on their stomachs or the gastric surgery and that, because they're so grossly obese, and it's just a detriment to their health. But I've had at least 4 people in my family that had the weight loss band put on, and every one of them has put their weight back on, because they found out a way to beat the system. And there's no way to beat the system. I mean, we'd like to think that there's a, you know, like a back door that we can use, or a secret method, or a secret pill we can take that's going to give us what we want. It's not out there yet. Not to say that it won't be out there in the future, but right now it's not there. There is no quick fix. You have to work at this. You have to consider this your job. And don't think you're ever going to retire from it, because you can't. This is a lifelong commitment. When you have children, you make that a lifelong commitment, even when they're gone. My kids are gone, but part of me, I forget, you know, like I look at them and I'm thinking, no, not really, because like Jimmy's 40, I don't want to put him too old because he'll get mad at me. Let me think. He was born in 72. He's 45. So I don't think of him as 45. I think of him as the little boy that's going to run in the back door and he's going to say, "Mom, I can't find this." But you know, that's not going to happen. But in my mind, he's always going to be a little boy. And when you address your mental issues, everything's going to fall into place. You just have to know. So follow these 5 points. The first point is focus on the present. Forget about all your old habits and your mistakes. You can't change what's already happened. You're already overweight. You already have to lose weight. There's nothing you're going to do that's going to change that past. You can change the future. You can learn how to eat the right way. You can learn why you made your mistakes along the way. And you can learn a little bit about yourself too. If you really take the time and think about it. Everybody would like to lose it right away, but I really think that the slower you lose it, the more you appreciate it, and the more you appreciate it, the more you're more likely to keep it off. But don't prevent whatever you did in the past from letting you do the right thing now. I've told you this before. I do a monthly budget. I have money coming in during the month, but I don't have any overtime or anything like that. I just have a set amount of money. I have a fixed income. And in the past, I always had to rob Peter to pay Paul because Jim and I are terrible with money. But thanks to Kelly on Freedom on the Budget, I'm in a budget. I'm doing so much better this month. I really am. I'm really being conscious of the money I'm spending. I've paid extra on different bills that I didn't really need to pay, which I wouldn't have done in the past, which I am doing. And so I've turned myself around. But that was a bad habit in the past, but I'm learning from my mistakes, and I'm learning that I can't do that. I have lots of things I want to do this year, and they're going to involve money, and they're going to involve moving. So I want to lose weight so that I can move a little bit better, enjoy my time a lot more. So that's what I'm going to do. So what you want to do is stop worrying about your old self and focus on your new self. And everybody thinks, well, you know, I'm the same person that I was. When I was heavy, I'm the same person now, I'm just thinner. No, I can speak for myself. I am not the same person. I am happier. I've always been a happy-go-lucky person. I've always looked at life as fun. I'm a morning person, so I wake up in a good mood every morning, most mornings. And but I can do more, so I'm happier. I am happier. And maybe I hope that I'm not like snobby or anything, like, because, you know, like, oh, look at me, I lost 59 pounds. I hope I'm not that way. I don't think I'm that way, but I hope I'm not that way. I hope that I kind of sustain my true personality, but a happier personality, if that makes sense. I'm way more optimistic. I'm very optimistic that I'm going to hit my 75 pounds by Easter. I'm very optimistic of that. So that's my small-term goal, is to hit my 75-pound chain or charm or whatever before Easter. And I think Easter's early this year, I think it's the end of March, but I'm not sure. But I'm going to do it. I don't have a doubt. I'm going to do it. I'm positive. That's another thing you got to be, is you got to be positive, and you got to correct your choices. I drink tea now instead of iced tea instead of pop. That was very hard for me to do. Very, 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 very hard. Did I mention it was hard? It was really hard. But now it's like, I don't even think about saying I'll have a Coke. I always say I'll have an iced tea, make sure it's unsweetened. That's how I order now. Number 2, and I know you're going to be surprised by this, but number 2 is to leave exercise out of the equation for now. Don't think that, oh, I gotta eat this way, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta exercise here, I gotta do that. No. Concentrate first on eating right. Take like a week or 2 to concentrate on what you're going to eat and do the right thing eating, and then slowly kind of bring exercise into it. Once again, it's that, not the all and nothing attitude. Just kind of like, you know, like when you're going into the water, you kind of take little tiptoes to see if it's warm enough. You know, like you tiptoe into the water. You got to do that with the diet too. Not even such a diet, but a lifestyle. Number 3 is know what's causing your stress. Researchers have shown that if you have stress, you're more likely to overeat, and that's because your body releases a chemical called cortisol, which increases your appetite, which makes sense. I'm a stress eater. I know I'm a stress eater. I'm very proud of myself when I can recognize that I'm under stress and don't eat the wrong things. So I give myself a big star on the forehead for that, because that's difficult for me. Some people, I've never met anybody like that. Some people when they're stressed don't eat. Everybody I know that's stressed eats. I eat. So you gotta worry, stop worrying about stress and kind of figure out what's causing your stress. And if you really want to distress, if something's putting you in a bad situation, take a minute for yourself. Sit down, relax, take some breaths, read a book, go for a quick little walk around the block, do something, just get yourself away from that stressful situation. And the fourth thing you want to do is eat plenty of protein. 4 calories are in a gram of protein. And protein takes longer to digest, so you should try to have some sort of protein at each meal. And like they say, it's impossible to overeat on protein, because you think about it this way, you could probably sit down and eat 1,000 calories worth of potato chips. But could you really sit down and eat 1,000 calories of grilled chicken? I love chicken, but I'm going to pick the potato chips over the chicken every time. And I would eat more than 1,000 calories. So you just got to do that. And the fifth thing you want to do is reduce your carb intake. You still got to have carbohydrates in your diet because they are a necessary part of it. You have to follow that food pyramid. You do have to have fruits and vegetables and fats and carbs and proteins. You have to have all of that stuff in your diet. You got to have it all within reason. So hopefully these tips help you out. And if you have any questions, let me know. So I'll see you at dinner. Okay, it's dinner time. I'm going to have a salad with some cottage cheese, some water, and iced tea. I have 19 points left. Earlier I had 2 pretzel rods for a snack for 2 points. I didn't film it, but I had it. 0 for my salad, tomato, tea, and water. 3 for my half a cup of cottage cheese. 3 for my 1 ounce of feta cheese. 4 for my 2 ounces of provolone. 1 for my 2 ounces of turkey, and 6 points for my dressing. So it's 19 points. I used up every bit of my points today. Okay, that's gonna do it for tonight. I noticed in the comments section, I was just getting ready to answer my comments, but I thought I'd close my video out first. A lot of you are telling me that I'm just supposed to type in the name of the restaurant in the search bar and then it'll come up. That doesn't work on my app. I don't know if it's just my app or what, but I've tried hitting the little magnifying glass. I've tried just putting the name in. I've hit the done button. I've done all of that and it doesn't work, so I don't know. But I did end up with a blue dot today because I did put it on my phone too. And I guess yesterday maybe because I used more than my 4 weeklies. I think because you can only roll over 4 points, I guess. But if you get 42 and there's 6 days, that's 7 a day. So I don't get. But anyway, I know I stayed on track. That's all. I still have, I think I have 25 weeklies left. So as long as I'm doing well in that regard. I was hoping I could walk tomorrow, but it's supposed to rain. It's raining right now. It's supposed to be raining all night and all day tomorrow. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'll do something and just stay on track. So I haven't told you to do this in a while. Like the video. Give me the thumbs up. The thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to my channel, and share if you think it'll help somebody, and leave a comment. You know I love them. So I'll talk to you guys in the morning.